This conference will now be recorded.
All right, welcome everybody. It's now 6 p.m. on Tuesday, March 2nd. I'll call this meeting to order. I would like to acknowledge that we are on the traditional lands of the Cree and the Anishinaabe in Treaty 1 territory and the traditional homeland of the Métis people. Some of our council members are attending remotely via GoToMeeting. So on the screen we have, my notes are different. We have Councillor Bartmanovich, Councillor Randall,
Hello.
Councillor Kumka, and Councillor Axworthy is absent. And around the table,
Raymond Moore, CAO.
and Penny McMorris, Mayor. All right, so next up is be it resolved that the agenda be adopted as presented. May I have a mover?
I'll move that.
Graham, and Mike, will you second? Thank you. Any additions to the agenda? All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Thank you. Moving on, minutes of the February 16th, 2021 meeting were circulated electronically. Be it resolved that the minutes of the February 16th, 2021 regular council meeting be adopted as presented. May I have a mover? We'll give it to Mike, and Erwin, will you second? Thank you. Any discussion on the minutes? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Carried, thank you.
This is tough doing this from home.
Is it?
It is.
There's something to be said for face-to-face, for sure.
Indeed.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. We do not have any delegations tonight. So we're moving on to accounts and finances. Be it resolved the following list of accounts be approved for payment. Accounts payable check 9074 to 9099 in the amount of $83,587.49. February 19 payroll in the amount of $32,684.64. May I have a mover? Erwin, thank you. Second. Graham, thank you. Erwin, would you like to speak to the accounts?
I have reviewed the list of accounts. The only special item is an amount in the $31,000 range. We had to buy a new snow plow and sander, and let's hope it collects rust between now and next year.
Yeah, I actually saw it. They were working on it in the shop today, doing a little bit of tweaking to it. Any other discussion on the accounts, gentlemen? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Erwin? Are you in favor? Erwin? Okay, carried. Thank you. Moving on to other business, be it resolved that bylaw 1615 establishing fees for tax certificates and zoning memorandums be given second reading. May I have a mover? Mike, thanks. Graham, second. Thank you. Any discussion?
Just to clarify, we're bringing our fees for issuing zoning memorandums back into line with other municipalities. We haven't been increased for a long time.
Yeah, and we had discussed this to that effect at first reading, you'll recall.
Yeah.
All right. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Carried, thank you. And we will move on to third reading of this bylaw. Be it resolved that bylaw 1615 establishing fees for tax certificates and zoning memorandums be given third reading and passed. This is a recorded vote, gentlemen. May I have a mover? Graham, thank you. Erwin, will you second? Thank you. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Carried unanimous. Thank you. Bylaw 1616 Be it resolved that bylaw 1616, providing for an administrative penalty scheme for general bylaw enforcement, be given first reading. May I have a mover? Mike, thank you. Second. Graham, thank you. Discussion?
Just a question for Raymond. Perhaps you can explain the significance of this change.
The only reason that this bylaw is being introduced is to address the new bylaw that was passed last meeting for ORVs. So it's a different bylaw number, and instead of just amending the existing bylaw, we always rewrite the bylaw. That way we don't have to go and look at all the amendments to determine what the latest version of the bylaw is. But because everything's in Word format, it's pretty simple to create a new bylaw. So that's all it is. Everything, all the terms, all the provisions of the previous bylaw are the same. The only difference is this attached schedule, which lists the ORV bylaw as a different number.
It just records the new ORV bylaw number as part of this bylaw.
That's correct.
Every time we update a bylaw or change a bylaw that has a fine associated with it that can go under this enforcement bylaw, we're obligated to change the enforcement bylaw.
Yep.
Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Thank you, gentlemen. Next is the emergency management consulting. Be it resolved, the Arm of Victoria Beach Council accept the proposal from Napier Consulting for emergency management consulting services at a cost of $5,000 plus GST for a one-year period from April 1st, 2021 to March 31st, 2022. May I have a mover? Mike, thank you. Second. Graham, thank you. Any discussion? It's a
My
little
understanding
different.
is that amount is the annual fee is not changing.
That's correct. It's the same amount.
Yeah.
In a
It's
different
good
year, right?
insurance.
We haven't seen her we haven't seen as much of Shelley, although she has.
She's done a lot of work. I've got, she's completed the emergency plan. There's still a little bit of tweaking I have to do before it comes to council. I'm hoping to have it for council members to review before the next meeting. And then you can pass it if you see fit, and then it goes to the province for its approval. So she's done a lot of work on this emergency plan.
I think we're in good hands with Shelley.
We certainly are.
Yeah.
She's the best.
Any further discussion? Right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Great, thank you, gentlemen. 2022 Board of Revision date. Be it resolved that the 2022 Board of Revision be set for Wednesday, October 13th, 2021 at 1 p.m. May I have a mover? Mike, thanks. Erwin, second. Thank you. Discussion? Right, we didn't have, you guys haven't had to sit for a Board of Revision yet, have you?
Nope.
No, we have something to look forward to.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Is Steve okay with this?
Well,
It's pretty
It's pretty
difficult.
As far as his availability?
Yeah, and the province, the assessment department at Selkirk has a slate full of Board of Revision hearings.
Yeah.
So they have their hearings in the daytime. That's when they deal with them.
All right. Well, the bylaw says October 13th, 1 p.m.
right. So who knows where Steve will be at, at that point. We don't need
Yeah.
all of council. It's nice, but we don't need all of council if he can't make it.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, any further discussion?
Nope.
All those in favor?
All right.
Carried. Thank you.
Guess hopefully we can do it all in person by then.
Should be.
Yeah, that would be nice. Moving on, approval of the 2020 year-end financials. Be it resolved that the financial statements for the 2020 fiscal year for the arm of Victoria Beach be approved as presented. Further be it resolved that said statements be forwarded to the province of Manitoba. May I have a mover? Erwin? Kara, thank you. Second, Graham, thank you. Discussion?
Raymond, I had a
everyone's
question.
comfortable,
I
I'm
sent you an email earlier. Don't we wait till we get our audited statement before we send it to the province?
Well, there's actually two. This is called a financial report, I believe, technically speaking. I did respond to you in the email with an excerpt from the Municipal Act. And we had to submit a financial report to the province by March 15th of the following year. So it's different than
Essentially,
the
it's an interim
PSAPs.
report then.
Well, it's not considered an interim. It's still considered a final report, but
Sure.
there's also the audited PSAP report that's conducted or completed by.
Subject to confirmation with the audit.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mike,
Yeah.
do
Sorry,
you-
I was in a meeting just before this and I haven't had a chance to check my email.
Mike, thanks, Erwin.
If everyone's comfortable with it, I'm comfortable with it.
Graham?
Well, I hope to provide a detailed report for next meeting, but the numbers at year end look very good.
I've looked through it, of course, and it looks all right to me. And this is a vote of confidence in Lynn and Raymond. So let's do it.
I would say it's the entire administrative staff and the entire municipality as a team. It involves all our staff and council.
Okay. You might want to make note of the fact that in previous years, the auditor has very, very seldom found fault with our financial statement, and let's hope it proceeds that way this time.
Why wouldn't? All right, any further discussion? All those in favor?
All right.
Great, carried, thank you. This could be a record-breaking session. Correspondence, gentlemen. I have a short list, but anything in correspondence from your end?
We have police board correspondence, but I believe it was decided to address that at our next budget meeting. We have a very nice letter from the new CAO of Eastern Region Health, David Mathiar. I assume that we'll be responding to that and engaging in some conversation with him.
I actually did respond to him just yesterday, and I will send that response to council. I had a list of things that I wanted to ask him about, and so we'll see. Yeah, it was nice to be reached out to.
Yes.
Mike, are you still attending? Are they having any of those IERHA meetings?
They have not. The last one I reported on, gosh, I think it was just before the clamp down in the fall. And that's the last meeting that they had. I think it was maybe October.
Was that when Ron Van Daneker retired?
That's correct. Yeah, it was the last meeting before he retired.
This guy has quite an interesting resume. Did you read the letter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's got a resume in spades. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, coming from California, you know, he was in California, I think it said, and he was also involved in the Fort Mac fires, and yeah, interesting.
I guess my
will-
question, what did he do wrong having to leave California?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Canada's not a bad place to be.
No.
Yeah, I'll forward that that email on to you. Anything else?
We've also, it qualifies, I guess, as correspondence. We've been sent the Bear Smart grant application, and I'd like to congratulate Mike and members of staff who worked hard to put that together. It remains to be seen whether it will be approved or not, but one can only hope.
Well, a good sign is I was actually contacted by the province to ask for some follow-up information and some clarifications on the application. So we're still in there.
That's great.
Is that infrastructure, Mike?
It's buildings.
No, this is building sustainable communities.
Well, I know,
I don't know
but
if
which department is that?
Just a sec here. I've got the. Go on without me, and I'll see if I can find it.
Matters not. We'll find out later.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I can't remember which specific department it's with.
Be sustainable development or, anyway,
It
Could be
be
sustainable
municipal
development, yeah.
relations or infrastructure.
I don't think it would be municipal relations just because it's related to garbage and recycling, but you never know. Anything else on your list there,
It
Graham?
is municipal relations.
Oh,
It
It's
is.
the Manitoba Municipal Relations Community
Rochelle
Development
Squires.
Branch offices.
Ah,
Rochelle Squires, the minister.
yep. Okay, well, thank you for nailing that down. At least we know who we're hoping to hear from. No, I had no other items of correspondence at this time.
okay. Mike, did you have anything?
Hopefully, I will next meeting.
Okay. Erwin, anything on your correspondence list?
No, but I will have something for next meeting.
I was just gonna let council know, I let you know, I guess, by email that I'm just speaking with Graham Todd at Reliable Mobility
Yep.
about rental of the 4 mobility scooters for 2021.
Yeah.
So that's on our budget plate for this weekend. We got an email from one of our cottage groups about Fire Smart plans, which I did answer, and we received another email, which I've yet to answer, but I will. Some of the discussion will take place during our budget talks this weekend, and I can provide a better answer. The age-friendly community research study, I believe I forwarded that to council. It was a short report that I participated in several months ago.
Yes.
And a reminder that we're meeting virtually with the AMM this Thursday.
Right.
And our budget discussions this weekend. And I see the AMM spring conference is virtual this year. So if you want to attend that, think about it. Registration opens on March 15th, so we can pass a resolution at the next council meeting or the one after that. And that's all I had. So, Raymond, did you have anything you want to add? All right. Okay, we are efficient. All right, be it resolved that the March 2nd, 2021 regular council meeting be adjourned. Next regular council meeting to be held March 16th, 2021 at 6 p.m. here at 705 1661 Portage Avenue in Winnipeg. I have a mover. Graham, thank you. Mike, will you second? Thank you.
Sure.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Thank you. 6:18.